The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about the things you don't see on regular TV. So join us on BG Time. Oh, so join us on BG Time. Oh, so join us on BG Time. BG Time, yeah, yeah. BG Time.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? That ain't that what we're supposed to do? But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. What's good, baby? I forgot to put that gloss on. Let me hurry it up and put it on before Mama Peach get on here. I'm talking about some, why you ain't got that gloss on? And I'm running out, y'all. I'm actually running out. I don't know where my other one is. But this is my Peach Kisses. Peachy Kisses, baby. My Peachy Kisses lip gloss. No, I ain't got none in stock right now, so don't even call talking about, let me get one of them. I ain't got none in stock. What's goody, y'all? What's goody in your school, baby? Everything a block. But stay away. Stay away. I just want you to stay away. Don't come over here on my block. Don't come messing with me, baby. Me and Pooh gonna have some waiting on your ears, okay? Explicit language, and also allegedly. But before we get started, baby, I gotta make sure y'all know a few things, okay? First and foremost, if you are watching right now on your device, on your cell phone, if you got Roku TV, baby, you could be watching me right now, live, right now, laying your ass in your bed, watching me on your TV screen. Now, if you don't have Roku TV, but you got YouTube, baby, you got YouTube, you can watch me on your TV on YouTube just as well. So you don't have to use your device unless you have to, okay? And if you just have to, then you could be watching me on 2 Facebook pages, on Twitch, hey, Twitch, and also live on Instagram. Instagram, y'all asses only get 1 hour. I'm sorry. It is not my fault. But y'all only get 1 hour. So I suggest y'all just go ahead and slide on through on the other programs, on the other platforms. That's my opinion. Because after our special guests get on up out of here, baby, I got something for y'all. Oh my gosh. This is about to be an explosive show tonight. Okay? The topics that I'm finna bring to y'all tonight, I promise you, y'all ain't gonna wanna miss it. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna wanna miss it. But we do have a Keimani update. We have a Keimani update tonight, y'all. Rest in peace, Keimani. We will also be talking about the mom and the daughter. We do have a picture of the mom and the daughter over there in Compton that was found in that car. The mama was 45 years old, her daughter was 22, and the mama boyfriend came and just sprayed up the car, baby. Sprayed up the car while they was at the stoplight. Rest in peace to mama and daughter. And y'all need to go find that bastard, okay? He need to be found. We are also gonna talk about, oh my gosh, the story that is just all over the place right about now. The young man, the black boy that stabbed the white boy at the track meet. I do have extra details on that, so hopefully y'all stick around for that. Just as well, y'all. That was so sad, baby. That's sad. But we're gonna talk about it. We talk about the things that we really don't want to talk about, but we do. So we also got an update on the drunk drivers. The ones that were them girls that were drinking and driving, they was on that Patron, baby. They was on that Patron. And they showed it to us. While they all in the car driving. They got into the car accident. 3 of them succumbed to their injuries. And one of them, I do believe, I don't quote me on it, it is allegedly, I do believe she's still fighting for her life. So we do have a clip on that. And so much more, y'all. So much more. So make sure y'all stick around. All right, y'all. We gotta get my guest on up here, baby. Her name is Miss Christine, baby. Miss Kristen Build a Brand. Okay. Yes, Kristen Build a Brand. When I tell you this young lady, I met her 4 years ago. 4 years ago. I would have to say maybe 3.5. We'll say 3.5 years to 4 years ago. But I met her at the radio station when I was working there. Shout out to his 92.3. Kels, you still black girl magic. I've always said that about you. I'm going to continue to say that about you. So shout out to Hits. It did help me it gave me a stepping stone. I'll say that. It gave me a stepping stone to where I am right now. So I'm very, very appreciative for Kels. But I met this girl at the doggone meeting. I would never forget this for the rest of my life, okay? All the way to the grave. I ain't gonna forget this. When I tell y'all, matter of fact, I'm finna bring her up here so that y'all don't think I'm lying and making some shit up. Cause I ain't got to lie. I ain't got to lie about nothing. So I'm finna go ahead and give her doorbell. Who is it? Oh my goodness. It's Kristen.
Hey,
Hey, darling, how are you? You look so
I am.
beautiful.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But Kristen, I cannot let them think I'm out here in these streets lying, making shit up. I don't do that at all. And I don't. But
Yes.
I remember Kristen came to the meeting. It was a meeting for the radio station. Everybody was supposed to come. And Kristen comes in pregnant. Had her all white outfit on, baby. And she was pregnant. And I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the girl. Look at the little girl comes in here pregnant. That's the first thing that came to my mind because she just looked so little. And so she came in, but when she spoke, she was powerful. She was very powerful when she spoke. So
Thank
I'm
you.
like, okay, she grown. She grown. Kristen, after the meeting was over, Kristen contacted her husband on the phone. And anybody know me? No, I'm probably gonna be late, but I'll be the last one to leave. I'll be the last one to leave. So we up there, and then all of a sudden, I just hear her on the phone with her husband, and she like, oh my God, you ain't gonna believe it, you ain't." And then she from New Orleans, so she got that extra accent with it too. You ain't gonna believe it, you ain't gonna believe it. It's Miss Peachy, it's Miss Peachy. I was like, oh my girl did not. All these people looking at me and shit. I'm like, no, she did not. But at the same time, man, that shit felt so good. It really did. I had no idea who Kristen was. Had never seen none of her shows or pictures. And this girl is literally on the phone with her husband, just literally screaming out, oh my God, it's Miss. I am such a fan. My husband is too. I'm like, oh shit. All right then. And we've been rocking, y'all.
Yeah.
We've been rocking ever since.
Ever
Am I
since.
lying?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Like, if Kristen got some issues going on, baby, she gonna call me. If she got damn anything where she need vendors or anything like that, she gonna call me. If
Yeah.
she crying because somebody done pissed her ass off, you best believe she gonna call me.
Yeah. Especially.
I think she think I could just talk her right on off that ledge, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. But I try. I try my best. But Kristen, thank you so much. You are not a stranger to Peach Tea Time. You
No.
have been here a few times on Peach Tea Time. So
Yes.
I definitely thank you each and every time. But this time that you're on is something totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different from what you always came on in the past for. Um, and this time we could have lost you. We could have
Yeah.
lost you. You know how we do over here. We keep it 100. We say what it is. We could have lost Kristen. And when this happened, I'm assuming I was the first person that she reached out to and was like, look,
Mhm.
I got this video. Some shit went down. I need you to put it on your platform.
Yep.
I need to come out there. Come over there. And I'm like, come on. Come on to the platform. And that's what she did.
Yeah.
So, Kristen, thank you for trusting me. I
Always.
thought every time you come on PGT time, we're gonna be laughing about everything, but at least we got that out the way already. We got that. So now it's time to turn off, turn on. Because this was truly something that we could have lost you, and your kids could have lost you, your husband could have lost you. So it's
Yeah.
definitely not a laughing matter. But please let everybody know what occurred and what happened and what brought you here to Peachy Tea Time.
Okay. So I have my salon. I'm sorry if my glasses are a little crooked. Baby Janae just can't stop touching my stuff.
It's
um,
okay.
but I have a salon called Glam Fusion Salon and Suites over in Decatur. And so we're located right off of Snapfinger Woods Drive for those located in Atlanta. And so we're in the Texaco Plaza. And so my birthday was March 2nd. So March 1st, this incident happened. So as I'm getting ready to close up for the night, I'm in the shop cleaning. This is like around 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock at night. I'm cleaning up. And just a whole bunch of cars come in the parking lot. I'm talking anywhere from almost up to 900, as you want to say.
Wow.
I think these car clubs, they call them gas station takeovers, where so many different car clubs and fans of these car clubs, they just all swarm the parking lot at one time. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, what in the world is going on outside? It's dark outside, and then it's just everybody standing. I'm like, oh, like what? Like, I was trying to, like, Lord, look, let me lay down because I don't know what's about to happen. We in Decatur. Like, let me get in my office. But
Where's greater, baby?
yes, but then I start hearing music, people popping their hoods up. I'm like, oh, I think this is a car club. But so I walk, I can't get out because I'm parked on the second row of my in front of my salon. I mean, when I say swarm in, I couldn't go left, I couldn't go right. I was locked in. So I
Okay.
go over to the Texaco. Those are the landlords for the plaza. So I'm like talking to my landlord, and I'm like, "Hey, can you tell me what's going on out here? Do you guys know about this? I'm locked in my plaza. I can't get out." He was like, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna get somebody out here and get them gone and all that other stuff." 30 minutes passed by. You know how
What
they
time
can.
was it around? What time? What
This
time
okay,
was
so we're going on probably like around 10:45.
it? Okay.
So you know how Decatur police is. They slow. So the
Mhm.
police still had not shown up yet. So at this point, I'm like, I live in Marietta. It takes an hour drive from Decatur to Marietta for me to get home. So I'm like, it's late. I need to get home to my family. It's so many people. It was like at least 2,000 people out in the parking lot. It looked like a live concert. Like somebody was like throwing money around, like giving away free money. Like that's how many.
It sounded like it was my type of shit. You know,
It was lit. It was lit. They
baby,
had the
it sounds like something that I need to be at. Do you hear me?
Yes, now don't get me wrong. It was lit. It was a lot of people out. The music was playing. These. I'm like, what in the world? Like, I was ready to put on my Glam Fusion shirt. Thought the movie was about to happen. The movie this time of night. But I'm like, okay, so I see the different designs on the car, so it's clear these are car clubs. They different ones. So there was a guy sitting in the car next to me. I took a small video of all the cars, and this is going to come into play a little later. So I took a video of all the cars that was blocking me in.
Okay.
Um, and because I called the owner of the plaza, and I'm like, "Hey, I know you in Texaco, but what's going on with the police? I can't get out." He just was like, "I'm a handle it. I'm a handle." He always short temper. I'm a handle. I'm a handle it. So I was like, "Okay." He hung up. So I start walking.
Mhm.
I knocked on one of the windows. There was a guy and a girl sitting in it. I knocked on the window. I'm like, hey, excuse me, I own this salon back here. I'm trying to get out. Do you know who these cars belong to that's blocking me in? I mean, I'm talking about cars in the front. I was boxed in. If it would have been a shootout, I would have been stuck.
Oh,
So
wow.
he was like, go to the top of the hill, go to the top of the hill. And the top of the hill, when you drive into the plaza, it's the sidewalk type of way.
Mhm.
So I go up there and my back is turned. So you're talking about this is the street. My back was facing the street.
Okay.
So I'm talking to people. I have no idea what's happening, what's about to happen. I'm not in a car club. I'm not in that world, so I don't know what they do. But
Mhm.
I was just like talking to people, like, "Hey, excuse me, like, can you move your vehicles? Trying to get home, like, you know."
Okay, so you out there asking them, can
Yeah,
they move? You trying to, so they got you blocked in.
yeah, I was blocked in. I wasn't going nowhere.
So
Like,
you was like parked in the parking spot,
mm-hmm.
and then they was just in the little street area part. Okay, yeah, 'cause
They
they don't
drove
know where
in
you
from
was
the plaza has four different entrances.
gonna get.
They drove in from all entrances like a SWAT team, like the police. They came from all entrances and just stopped
Wow.
and was just doing their own thing. So, after started dealing with the landlords, I'm like, okay, well, I need to get home. So I get to the top of the hill and my back is turned. And I'm asking people, they got their phones out. They look like high school kids, maybe between 18 to 25.
Mhm.
They got their phones out, getting ready to record. I'm like, hey, look, can y'all just move your cars, please? Like, I need to get out the parking lot. Like, just move your cars. All of a sudden, I hear the tires just skirching. Before I could turn around, I am flying to the other side of the parking lot. One of the vehicles, a Camaro, came out to do a burnout and or what they call donuts. And he hit me. He hit when my back turned, he hit this side of my body as he's coming around. And I'm spin around, hit the ground, landed on that same side. People, I think like maybe two girls and a guy from the audience is like pulling me. They're like picking me up, pulling me to the Texaco to get aid because now I'm bleeding. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I'm laying on the floor in front of Texaco, screaming for help. The landlord, he just on the phone in the window like this. Like, now the girl was like, get some bandages. He's like, this is your tenant. Like, get her some bandage, wrap her up. And I'm just screaming, like, I don't let me out of my lease. Like, I'm screaming.
They said,
I'm
"Let me out of my lease,
I
baby."
was like, let me out of my lease. I don't want to lease with y'all no more. I don't want to be here no more. I just was so out of it because in my mind, I'm thinking y'all set this up because it's why it took the police so long to get here. So in my mind, I'm thinking y'all set this up. Y'all did this. I just was so confused and just my head was spinning. I don't even remember them picking me up and bringing me to the Texaco. The one of the girls, I don't want to say her name. We'll just call her a neighborhood friend. She comes to my shop all the time, all the time. We have a great relationship. And as I'm on the ground bleeding, from my arm, my body. I'm just in shock. And she was like, call the police, call the police. So all of a sudden, we hear. Now, mind you, it's going on 12 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
So this has been a whole hour. She's like, get the police. We hear the siren. It was one police officer that showed up in his truck. He's on his microphone telling the cars, get in your vehicles and clear out now, clear out now. So people jumping in their cars left and right, clearing out the parking lot, gone. Then you hear gunshots. I'm assuming somebody started shooting in the air. All this is going on. Why only one police officer came, I have no idea, but it's the
Yeah,
case. So
pretty much.
they carry me, the neighborhood friend and the guy, they carry me outside of the building. So
Mhm.
now I'm laying on the ground in front of the Texaco. The officer doesn't even come on me. He comes to the part where I went to the Texaco and he stops like a so in between the Texaco, there's a that's building A, the Texaco, a car wash, and then my building. He stops at the car wash, gets out, gets out, and he stays there. He don't come over. The young lady is like, she's bleeding. She needs medic. She needs medical assistance. Like, call EMT, call EMT. I'm blinking in and out. He was like, he walked maybe an inch close. And he was like, this was the police officer. He was like, were you part of the car club? I was like, no, sir. I said, I drive a Kia Sorento. Please, I need medical assistance. Then he was like, where's your bill? Like he's questioning me, where's your building at? Where's your vehicle at? I'm showing him where my building at. I'm showing him where my car is at. I'm like, please call the paramedics. He was like, were you out here video recording? Because that's a crime. I'm like, do you not see the state I'm in right now? I'm not standing up talking
Let's
to you.
stop right there. Let's stop right there. We're gonna come back, but I want everyone to see a visual of what was going on and what happened. Um, you only have 17 seconds, a 17-second clip.
Hmm.
Y'all, it is hard to see. It is hard to see. I have two clips.
Okay.
One of them I personally slowed down on my own. So if you need it, let me know, Kristen, and I'll send it
Thank
to
you. Okay.
you. You're welcome. So y'all, we're gonna go ahead and show it to you guys. Um, you went through a lot to get this.
I did. I yes. Yeah, once you play it, I could go into detail how I ended up getting this information.
All right. Well, we're gonna play the regular version first, and then after that, we'll play the second version, which is the one that I did myself, slowing it down. All right, here we go. It has no sound because of the music. I had to take out the sound, Kristen.
Okay.
So this is the car. All right. Now, like I said, it's kind of hard to see. So that was 17 seconds. I'm sorry, that was 16 seconds. Me slowing it down brought it to 56 seconds long. So here we go, y'all. If you pay attention, y'all, you're not gonna see Kristen, okay? You're not gonna see Kristen the way she is up here right now. You're not gonna see that. But you will see the car hit people. You will see that. Here we go. And again, this is slowed down. I think it was right there. Was it right there?
Yeah.
I know that's hard saying that because it doesn't do anything but put you right back in mind on what happened. And I know it had to been scary, but you didn't see it coming either. So
No,
it's just, it wasn't nothing to where, oh my gosh, I'm scared. Boom. It's just boom.
yeah, my back was turned. I didn't even, and he kept going. He kept going. It's like we're being dragged. I didn't even know he had hit somebody else till that video. So the police was like, he pretty much was like, EMT is not coming tonight because they're busy for the night. We're busy tonight. So I'm not calling EMT, is what the police said to me.
Mm, mm.
So the girl that was helping me, she walked me over to my salon. We got some towels that my stylist used. We wrapped me up in bandages, and then just off adrenaline and just staying on the phone with my husband, I had made it to Cobb County. We called 911, and then the police and the EMT brought me to Kennesaw Hospital for my treatments.
So you had to leave from there in your own car, driving yourself.
Yeah, he told me that he was not calling EMT. I tried to call 911. The answering service came out. I've never heard of a police department that had an answering service, but DeKalb County has one.
Yes, they do. Now, when all this occurred, you went to the hospital. Like, what was wrong with you physically from the time that you got in that car to drive back home? Um, physically.
I had a fractured right foot, which is my driving foot, so I had to drive on that pressure. I had a fractured right foot. I have abrasions and scarring of tissue on my right hand side, as well as skin tearing on my palm of my hand. I've also have suffer with muscle spasms now, as in my back and in my neck. Um, I still have. I'm trying to think.
This goes on.
Yeah, the list goes on. Nerve damage is one of them in my right arm.
Wow. I'm so sorry this happened to you. What's the fear that you have now that changed from then?
I just when I'm walking in the parking lot of
Mm,
anywhere, I'm just always watching my back. Like when I hear a car coming, I'm just like watching because my back was turned. So now I'm just like I fidget when I'm pushing my car. I hear a car coming. I'm like, oh my god, like are they coming towards me?
exactly.
I was it's a terrifying thing to have because I never was like that. I'm a free bird, and to have that type of fear now placed on me is definitely a lie. He drove off, of course. When I went to talk to my landlords about it, because them, they're always afraid of a lawsuit. Where it happened at? Where it happened at? They did share the footage with me, the aftermath, and he drove into the plaza and took his license plate off of his vehicle and put it in his car.
Oh, wow. Now,
Yeah.
did you get the license plate?
I originally did not have the license plate because he had, as you can see from the video, there was something wrapped around
Yeah, yeah.
the license plate. So the most we got was the SH as the first two letters. But what happened was I just kept watching the video. I'm like, I gotta keep I have to keep watching. I use TikTok, I use Instagram, I use so many apps to try to help me uncover that license plate because the detective was like, if you don't have the license plate, we can't do nothing. It's a hit and run. It's
Mm,
deemed as a hit and run. So when I tell you I just at home just healing, I think I was on the fifth page of this thing called unblur images.
hmm.
And right when I was giving up, I was like, let me try this last one. And it had cleared the license plate.
Wow.
It removed it removed the thing he had
Looked
wrapped.
like a bandana type or scarf type.
Yes, it read
It was yellow.
through. Yes, it read through the yellow and it bled out the license plate number.
Look at God.
And when I
Shout out to God. Shout out to God.
because I was literally about to give up. I'm like, you know what, forget it. I don't even want to deal with this no more. But that very last try, I gave it to the detective. So that's where we at now. I already contacted my attorney that's been sending letters to his house
Mhm.
for him to respond to with his insurance information. But it's definitely it's definitely a lot because honestly, Miss Peachy, I was gonna let it go. I was like, you know what, other people got hit, like maybe it's my fault. I was gonna let it go. But when I saw the video of him driving back in as I'm being dragged to the Texaco and he stopped and took that license plate off his car in the plaza, it
Mm.
just did something to me. I
Yeah.
was like, no, absolutely not.
Even my thing is, by him doing that, he knew he did something wrong.
Hmm.
Now, he don't know y'all, so he didn't purposely say, "Oh, there go Kristen over there. I'm
Right.
finna take her out today and hit her
Mhm.
with my car." So my thing is, instead of stopping to change the license plate out, you should have stopped to make sure that everybody was okay and nobody was
Absolutely.
deceased.
Absolutely. The doctor
So
told me,
not to, not Kristen. That'll come after that is.
yeah, most definitely, because I was on it. Huh? They posted it online. So how you got this video is because once again, God is good. This was the first that this incident happened. It was on the 11th that I discovered the license plate number. Also, I'm laying in the bed and I'm just scrolling on Instagram. Cause and I don't know why something told me to take the one of the photos from that video I told you earlier. I did a small clip of the cars in the parking lot. One of them cars came up on Google Image
Mm-hmm.
and it gave me their Instagram name. So I
Mm.
started following the page and I started following other pages they were following. Which
Okay.
are the
Okay.
photographers that you see in the park that you see out there doing video camera in the middle of it. I'm following that page and that's how I saw it. They posted it and said get back or get smacked
Wow.
was what they put as their tagline. And I saw myself in that video. And I could not believe how disgusted they was to post that video. I just couldn't believe it. And had
Yeah, we
500.
see somebody right now. This is their first time coming to Peach Tea Time. They said that I remember seeing the video all over Facebook at one point.
The video was going viral. It was going viral. They have since took it down since my attorney has been reaching out to them, telling them to take it down, or they could also be roped into my lawsuit. So they have taken the video down off social media, but it was so sad to see it up almost 500 views. Then it's going into 1,000. How I found the driver was because again, God works in your head. I go to the video and I'm looking at the likes, not comments, the likes. The very first like was the guy named Eduardo. He was the first one to like the video. And I told myself, I said, this got to be the driver because I know if I'm out there doing something like that, I'm anxious to see it on Instagram, on social media, and so I'm gonna like it. So I felt like I took a screenshot. I say, this is my driver. It got to be. I could feel it in my soul. He didn't have no pictures, no videos of his car, nothing. It was wiped clean of his on Instagram. When I gave that information, the license plate to the detective a week later, I said, let me ask you a question. Just humor me. Is his name Eduardo? And she was like, yes. And I was like,
Wow.
look at God putting them, just put it all together week after week. And um, thank you, Amber. Yes, I am okay. I'm better. When I went to Kennestone Hospital, they was like, your injuries, you should be dead right now. He said, we should be calling your family right now. And he was like, how did you get home? And I told him, I said, God, the adrenaline, I drove a whole hour off adrenaline and my husband being on the phone with me the whole time. And I collapsed once I got inside the garage, when I got out the car. And my husband was like, I didn't even know you got hit. He was like, I thought you were saying the car got hit. He was like, because you were just muffling as you're talking to me on the way home. He was like, I thought you said you got into a car accident. He was like, I didn't know it was you. And I just fell into his arms. And I mean, as they was bringing me, he was like the nerve damage along like the MRI shows that I had um small brain damage a little bit, not too much. It just was really soft. Head injury in the back. I have a lot of scarring on the back of my head, and he was like, it was God because he said in that video, it looks like he doing at least 95 to 100.
Wow.
And the other guy he hit was only like a scratch, but I suffered the most damage because I was direct contact.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Kristen, I definitely appreciate you coming on. We definitely are going to continue to play the video because we want you to get justice, you know?
We have the driver. We have the driver now. I have the license plate. When
Mhm.
I gave it to the police, you know what they told me? He was like, "You should work for us." Like, you ever thought about being a police officer for DeKalb County? The up to date on the police report is pretty much the detective that's handling the case. She told me today when I asked her what's the status. Have they, arrested the driver? She was like, she have more important cases to take care of.
That's sad. Well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to send me the phone numbers that you've been calling. And they're not going to give us information, but if all of us just keep calling, it'll apply some pressure.
Yeah, she just was like, "You alive?" That's what detective said. My husband had to turn around in his chair. He was like, "Wait, did I just hear what I thought I heard?" The Cab County detective told me I'm happy. I should be happy. I'm alive, and she got other cases to worry about for people that's not alive.
And half the time, they ain't even doing that either.
No, shout out to the Cab County Police Department. They always working hard.
And she said what she said. She said what she said, baby. Well, yes, Kristen, is there anything that you want to say before leaving us tonight?
Yeah, I just want people to know that just always be careful for your surroundings. I'm not saying walk in fear, just always know your surroundings and what's going on because I'm just closing up my business, trying to get home, and I found myself in the hospital 2 o'clock in the morning on my birthday. So that's just it. It can happen to anybody at any given moment. I've never had a crime situation. I've never been in nothing like this before. And this is my first time experiencing something like this. And you always think to yourself, this can't happen to me. I wouldn't I can't, just trust God and, just always watch your surroundings.
Mhm. All right. Well, Kristen, we definitely appreciate you coming on to PGT
Of
Talk.
course. Who else was I gonna tell my story to?
Girl, thank goodness you
No,
came over here, girl.
I'm not calling Action 2 News. I'm calling Miss Peachy Tea Time.
There you go. I had to do a little shake down with it. Well, Kristen, thank you so much. I really hope that I get the chance to see you guys, you and your husband,
Yes.
next weekend for our birthday bash,
Yes.
baby.
We're looking forward to it.
Yes, my birthday is this Saturday coming up, but
Okay.
I am celebrating it on next Saturday as far as a big old shebang bang. The theme is boots on the ground. So I'm gonna need you to know how to do the dance, baby. I'm gonna need you to know how to do dance.
Okay.
You still got time. I'm still learning too. I'm still learning too.
Okay, I'll practice.
There you go. You can practice. But Kristen, just know anytime you need me, anytime you want to come back, give us some updates on what's going on, please do not hesitate. Reach out to me. and I have you right here on the platform. Okay?
I sure will. Thank you. Love
You're
you.
so welcome. Love you too. Bye. That was amazing, you guys. That was amazing. Please continue, y'all, or you. Well, I ain't gonna say continue because y'all don't even know Kristen, but start praying for Kristen. You know, pray that she gets some type of justice behind this. Because at the end of the day, the boy, the man, whichever it was, they need to be completely off these streets. Because apparently they don't give a damn. So they need a lesson learned, apparently. So let's go ahead, y'all. We are going to start our show off, baby. Y'all ready to get started? If y'all been watching my platform on Facebook, Facebook and Instagram, you guys see that I have been posting videos, news broadcasting clips. That's what I've been doing. You guys been seeing some of them you haven't. But we are going to go ahead and get started, baby. And we're going to get started with this video.
Shot nearly a dozen times while her 3 kids slept by her side. The father of those kids accused of staging a murder and making it look like a home invasion. A Fox 35 News exclusive interview. For the very first time, we're hearing from close friends of that mother. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm John Brown.
And I'm Luann Sorrell. Fox 35's Manny Martinez is live in Orlando tonight. So Manny, that boyfriend allegedly had his cousin shoot him in the arm to make it appear like he was a victim too.
And Luann, that's all laid out here in these 36 pages for the affidavit for the suspect's arrest. These are usually no longer than 5 or 6 pages at most. So that shows you just how intensive and extensive this investigation has been. Deputies say it came down to good old-fashioned detective work. And tonight, the woman's friend and the sheriff's office say the suspect's story just didn't add up. More than 1 year since Portia Streeter was shot and killed while she was asleep with her own children, her friends are still grappling with the loss.
She was a God-fearing woman, and you got to know her even though she had a gentle spirit.
She's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Deputies say Sean Range, the father of Streeter's 3 kids, worked with his cousin, Benjamin Garman, to kill her and even stage a home invasion. Streeter was just 30 years old. Family and friends describe her as a loving mom and a gifted hair and makeup artist.
She was so talented. You could show her a picture, and I guarantee you were going to look like the picture that you wanted.
She died January 13, 2024. Neighbors heard gunshots around 9:30 that morning, but detectives say Range called 911 2 hours later, after the alleged shooter came back and shot him in the arm. We spoke with a neighbor who didn't want to show his face on camera.
He was asking for help and, starting, knocking on people's doors. I was like, oh my God, something really bad happened.
Range told detectives someone forced their way into the apartment, demanded money, went into the bedroom, kicked his 10-year-old son in the head, and started shooting Streeter. In the investigative paperwork, detectives say they found that story unfathomable, adding Portia Streeter's well-being and safety was clearly not his priority.
How dare you pull someone's life away from them? How dare you do God's job? How dare you strip someone of their future? So how dare you strip 3 beautiful kids of their mother?
And deputies laid out some possible motives here in this case. They say the suspect was upset his ex was in a new relationship. The 2 disagreed over the custody of their children. And deputies say the suspect was having some money problems while she was not. Range is due in court next week. We're live in Orlando tonight. Manny Martinez, Fox 35.
Ninja, how dare you tell your cousin to kick your son in the head, man? How dare you? How dare you? Like, oh my gosh. You literally said it's okay for somebody to kick your child in the head. You was okay with that. You was okay with that for a whole year because they still was able to kick the man, your cousin. They got both of y'all a year later. And you didn't beat the dog shit out of him or take him up out of here for kicking your son in the head. You done told him to shoot you in the arm so make it look good. Ninja, you could have bled to death. That's what I'm telling y'all. Keep doing this ignorant stuff, y'all. Keep doing this ignorant stuff. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. He could have bled to death. All because you want to take out her. Probably because you're trying to get more money and she making more money than you. And you ain't like it. You ain't like it. You got 3 kids by this lady. And all she want to do is be happy. I'm sure if you was doing your job the right way, I'm sure she would have been more than glad to be with you. You got 3 kids by her. But she probably went through hell and back. And finally found somebody to love her. And here come your trifling ass. Here you go. And take her clean out of here. You let your cousin, you told your cousin to do it. And I'm always talking to y'all about followers. The ignorant followers. Like, can't nobody come tell me. Tania, come help me. Take out anybody. And we're not going to get caught. I'll be like, Ninja, you is a fool. Do everybody get caught? No. But baby, you better believe the ones that say that they would never, ever do it. That's because we know we can get caught. We know it's a possibility. We can get caught or we know we are going to get caught. So therefore, I don't want to take the chance. I don't want to see. I don't want to find out. I just don't understand. Dawn, hey, Miss Dawn Young. She said, how can parents or anyone do these horrific crimes to their own children, to their own flesh and blood? But you just done took your mama out of here, your kid's mama out of here. And now your ass is gone. So the kids that you so-called love, you done took out the 2 most precious things that they gonna ever love in life. They mama and they daddy. Would never love nobody the way that they love you if you did what you were supposed to do as a parent. And you just took both of y'all away from them. You think they couldn't come visit you? They probably ain't gonna even think about coming to see you behind them bars. I be telling folks, please, don't even send my daddy no picture of me. Don't send my daddy no pictures of me. Yes, I am glad. Hey, Roy T. I am so glad that he is caught a year later. That goes to show y'all, don't give up. You don't know what God got in store. I don't care how long it is. Just as long as they get caught. And even if they don't get caught, I tell my families this all the time that come on PGT time. Even if they don't get caught, just always remember, God can do even worse than what the prison and the jail system can do when it comes to a person. Okay? So just always remember that. All right, y'all. Now we got that one out the way. Let's go ahead and let's do this Keimani update. Okay? Let's do the Keimani update. I just found this this evening. So this one ain't gonna be all that cute and all that background, all that. We gotta share the screen for this one, baby. We gotta share the screen for this one. All right. So let me get it together. I'm trying to get it together. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. This is the Keimani update. Keimani Harris, from Toledo, Ohio. I've been covering this story since day one. This video came out maybe an hour now, an hour ago now. When I saw it, it was only 7 minutes, so I said give it an hour now that it came out. So let's check it out. I'm sorry, Keimani Latique. Why the Keimani Latique?
It has officially been 2 weeks since 13-year-old Keimani Latigue's body was found. But there are still a lot of questions our team is working to get answered regarding this case. Silver Barker has been tracking this since the beginning. She joins us now from outside the Toledo Police Safety Building. Silver, is there any update as to the whereabouts of the man who's accused of killing her?
Yeah, well, Jeff, I reached out to Columbus Police today to see if Darnell Jones had been booked yet. However, we have not heard back an answer. But what we do know and we can report is Columbus Police shot Jones, who also goes by the last name Ogletree, on March 25th. He was hospitalized at that time. 2 days later, Toledo's police chief confirmed detectives were sent to Columbus to question him. He said progress was made in the questioning, which will now be brought to prosecutors. However, it's unclear if Jones has left the hospital. The Franklin County Corrections Center has no record of him under either name, but he is expected to be arraigned in Columbus before being sent to Toledo. As for funeral services with Keimani, I had a phone call today with Keimani's aunt, Sanika Williams. She says Del Riggs Funeral Home will be taking over funeral services. According to Sanika, the $6,000 Brown Legacy Memorial raised has already been transferred over to the new funeral home. She says they have a date which has not yet been announced as the family works through some disagreements. Now, Sanika also reports that there will be a private and a public funeral held for Keimani, but that date has not yet been announced. I did reach out to Brown Legacy Memorial to ask about the $6,000 and get that confirmation from them on whether that money has been transferred over, but we have not yet heard back. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting live in downtown Toledo, Silver Barker, WTOL 11.
All right, y'all. All right. So that is the update. They still have not done the funeral just yet. They still have not done the funeral just yet. So hopefully they'll be having it soon. Like they said, they haven't even came up with the date yet. There's just so much going on with that family, y'all. It was just so much going on. I still have the balloons. Y'all saw that they took it down. This is what that looked like outside. This was last week, I believe it was. This is what it looked like, and they came and took all the stuff away. They came and took all that stuff, y'all, all that stuff away, and they're supposed to have been demolishing the building. And as we can see, they still have not demolished the building, but they did make sure they took all the balloons and shit away. Leave that stuff up there until you demolish everything. They should have took that stuff away the same day that they demolished everything, or the very next day they should have been demolishing the building. But don't leave it up there so somebody else can put somebody else up in it. They should have left all that stuff out there. That's just my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. Okay? All right. Now, let's go ahead, y'all, and move right on into my next story that we're going to talk about Austin. We're going to talk about Austin, y'all. And after we talk about Austin, we still got a few more clips to go into. And then we also going to talk about our peachy loved one for 2-week spotlight, baby. 2-week spotlight. So let's get into Austin, y'all. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Austin. I really want to talk about this story, y'all. I really want to talk about this story. Here we go.
A North Texas woman is living every mother's worst nightmare. Her family and the entire district are grieving the tragic death of a brother, son, and student athlete. Police say another student stabbed and killed 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a track meet at Frisco's Kirkendall Stadium yesterday. The suspect, who's also 17 and attended a competing school, is now charged with murder. Austin's mom and twin brother sat down with Tiffany Liu.
When you lose one of the most important people in your life,
so many kids loved him.
Comfort can be found with those who love him.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Megan Metcalf got the call this morning.
Just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Her 17-year-old son, Austin Metcalf, was at a UIL track meet at Kirkendall Stadium. Police say there was an altercation between two Frisco ISD students.
I got a phone call from Hunter,
Austin's identical twin,
screaming that Austin had been stabbed.
Megan beat the ambulance to the hospital and saw him get taken in.
Oh, he was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart. He had college football. Guys looking at him to play in college. His goal was to play in college.
While we were talking to Mom,
just to put your arms wrap around us.
Austin's brother,
this is Hunter. Did you want to talk to him?
Okay. Came outside. Hunter Metcalf was there when it happened.
I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I looked at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him.
From the day they were born 17 years ago, Austin, just 4 minutes older, was Hunter's best friend.
He knew how much I loved him, how much I do for him. I do anything for him.
They ran together, played football together. They had that twin sense only twins would understand.
It's just really heartbreaking not to see him next year on the field.
Hunter never imagined the day he and Austin would be apart.
This is going to be really hard.
In Frisco, I'm Tiffany Lee.
That was so devastating, y'all. Oh, I don't know what happened. That was so devastating. I'm going to play this next clip. And then after this, shout out to the family platform. I'm going to play part of what his brother said actually happened. Because he was there. He was there. And I gotta be careful with what I say when I talk about this story. I really, really do. Let's get into the second clip while I gather my thoughts.
Had a great hunting trip with me, him, and Austin. And he said, I'm going to come over and see you this weekend. I said, okay, I look forward to it. He said, I love you, Dad. I said, I love you too, son. Those were the last words I ever heard from him.
We were just one person. We did everything the same. We were just exactly alike. Like, we had a couple of differences, but most of the stuff we did together, the stuff we had, it's just, we felt as one person. So it's just like we just connected so well in everything we did.
His commitment, his work ethic was about football. The boy stayed in the gym. The boy led the team. He was the leader. He was the glue. He was the driving force of that defense. He carried that team.
And every time we go to the gym, I get stronger, get better, get faster. I got an accomplishment in the weight room from football, and then Austin's smile just popped up. He was just so proud of me. He just gave me the biggest hug.
He was on his way to becoming a super positive impact in this world. It's not right. You should never bury your children. It's a very unfortunate, tragic outcome. Not only for this family, but I feel for the family of the assailant, because his life is over.
All right, so the assailant, as he called him, the young man is actually pleading self-defense, okay? And he's pleading self-defense because he felt that, okay, so the other young man was sitting under the tent, okay? He was sitting under the tent, but it wasn't his tent. I guess every school got their own tent for their athletes to sit under. But these was, I guess, rivalry schools. So he went and took his butt and sat under their tent, one of us. Austin and his brother goes up to him and tell him get out of our tent, which is for their team. Now, I think what should have been done was, number one, he shouldn't have took his ass over there under their tent. That's number one. Number two, when they told you to get up from up under their tent, give him up under their tent. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But he decided that he wanted to be a smart ass and told him, make me get from up under your tent. So I'm trying to find where it got started at on this video because I know I saw it. Give me a second. I'm finna bring it on. Y'all gonna have to help me find. I mean, not help me, but y'all gonna have to watch me while I try to find it. Okay. So we're gonna play a little bit.
He didn't deserve it. No one deserves a loss from a family like that. I know people that lose their family members all the time, but I just didn't know it was gonna be mine so soon. I'm my best friend and my brother my whole life, but if y'all could just like, not y'all, sorry, just like thank y'all for just comforting us in like the Frisco area. And our relationship is really the tightest I've ever seen in somebody. Like in anything in the world, it's always us two. And
so technically your bigger brother.
Yes, ma'am. He does a lot of big brother stuff around. He's always on my back. Even if I'm in the wrong, he'll always take my side no matter what. It's just really heartbreaking to see someone that cares for you that much and does everything even by your side no matter what, just pass away like that.
Mm-hmm. Your mom told me that you were there.
Okay, right here, y'all.
If you don't mind.
Okay, right here. This is what I want y'all to hear. Again, shout out to the Family TV. Dope podcast, y'all. Y'all, if y'all really are into crime podcast, make sure y'all check out the Family TV and check out AFC Podcast and make this go viral TV. Okay? Now, let's listen to what he had to say. He is about to tell y'all exactly what happened from what he saw that happened because he was right there with his brother. He held his brother in his arms when his brother died. So, here we go.
What happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, you need to move. He's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So
yeah.
Just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him, but
it was just senseless.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just crazy in this world nowadays how people just up and do that. Like that man has a family. That man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid. Mm-hmm. Real strong. And I know I'm strong too, but he's a little stronger. But he did a lot for our family and a bunch of stuff that we just don't recognize. And it's just like, especially throughout our friends too, like everyone knew, like he was the peacemaker. That's what I'm saying, like heard someone who really makes peace, really calms peace down. He makes everything.
All right, y'all. Hold on. Oh, yeah, y'all can hear me. Hold on, let me get this off here. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's go to these comments because I saw somebody put something up in the comments. And I want to say this. I would never, ever, ever, ever place a victim to blame or say the victim is to blame. Because no one deserves for somebody else to take them up out of here. Nobody deserves that. I don't care how bad of a person is. I never am a person here on this platform that says that a person deserves that. So they don't deserve that. But I want to read this comment. Rose said, I don't know. I'm hearing that the twins were bullies and they jumped Anthony and broke his phone the day before. Now, I was told some things too. I was told that these twins, they thought they was the shit, basically. And everything is allegedly on PGT time. But because he was the star football player, like they acted like nobody could tell them nothing. That's what I was told. Word out on the street. So it wasn't no, they just walked over there and said, "Excuse me, can you please get up from over here, please? Sir, you don't belong over here. Can you please get up?" Nah. I heard it was way different than that. And that's just what I was told. Now, again, that's still no reason for him to have to die. There's no reason. Now, they also mentioned, because I didn't get a chance to play all of it, but they also mentioned that he didn't know the boy. That would claim. They ain't know him. They just met him right then and there in those minutes. Anthony, that is. So if Rose's statement is true, if this is true, then how is it that y'all didn't know him? Y'all just met him under that tent. Within seconds, he said. Apparently, when they asked him to get up and he told him to make him, he grabbed his book bag. He grabbed Anthony's book bag, Austin did. And when Austin grabbed Anthony's book bag, that's when Anthony supposedly had stabbed him. So, that's what I was told. But the twin brother, said, "Nah, I ain't see him stab him. I ain't see none of that. You just know he stabbed him." So he don't know exactly how it happened. Which we all need to know, how did this happen? We just know that he grabbed the book bag and Anthony, this black boy, just decided, "Hey, I'm finna just stab you and kill you." So my prayers are with the family, both families, baby. Both families. To me, we haven't seen Anthony's family as far as on any news broadcast. But as far as Austin's family, baby, I hurt for them. Like, to me, this is so sad. So sad. All right, y'all. We're going to pray for these families. That's all we can do, is pray for them. Now, let's go ahead and move on, y'all. Let's move on to Mommy. No, let's go into something funny. Y'all want to see something funny? It was a chicken fight. Shout out to our girl over here that came over here on Peachy Tea Time. Jessica Dupnack, baby. Jessica Dupnack. She has found a story. She brought it, her and her homegirl. I called her homegirl. And baby, here we go.
Tonight on The Edge, it started with spit and ended with a gunshot. A violent scene unfolds in a Southfield gas station.
It was a dispute over chicken that resulted in gunfire.
We'll start this one in the middle of the story. In a second, you'll see the guy in all black hawk a loogie at a gas station clerk. And in return, the clerk allegedly fires 6 shots.
I just thank goodness there was no families, no children in that background.
Run it back. It started last Tuesday inside this gas station / chicken spot in Southfield, off Greenfield near 10 Mile. The customer in all black and a yellow hat, 39-year-old Alan Blair, apparently felt slighted by staff while ordering chicken. That's actually what this is all over, chicken.
As a result of that, he became angry, and then a fight ensued.
Blair was outnumbered, then pushed out of the gas station. Let's play back that loogie bit. That set the clerk off, who pulled out his 9mm. Police say his name is Mejid Saleh, 22 years old.
The clerk fired his weapon approximately 6 times. At that time, the customer did not fire, however, retreated.
Blair had a gun too, illegally, and chose not to fire and walked off down Greenfield.
Color State's male pulled up on the clerk and shot him.
Right there, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm gonna get up on it. Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Southfield police spot him in minutes.
Get on the ground right now, police! Don't move!
And then on to the clerk who stayed at the gas station.
You gotta hang out with us. Okay. Thank you. Interlock your fingers.
Anything going on? I'm gonna stay today. How's that gonna go?
You're gonna hang out tonight, yeah.
We're going to hold everybody accountable because this is irresponsible behavior.
It's true, but both men are out of custody on personal bonds. Interesting choice by the courts given the charges. Blair is charged with gun crimes and Soleil charged with assault with a dangerous weapon. He did have a CPL. There's a but though.
You cannot fire these weapons indiscriminately, and you definitely cannot introduce a handgun to an equation unless it's life-threatening.
Okay, so we're talking both of those suspects had personal bonds. They each have 3 felonies. A little surprised on that bond because they are both out tonight, but we'll see how things move forward in court.
Yeah, and that's half the problem right now. We keep seeing over and over again with these low bonds. So hopefully this will continue maybe to change in the future. But thanks, Jess.
Y'all, this gotta change. It gotta change. Like, to me, they just want the money now. They just want the money. They just want y'all money. They just want y'all money. And y'all done been in trouble so many times. They probably like, you know what? They definitely got some money. We can put that bond whatever we want to put it at. They gonna pay. Yeah, let them back out on the street. They'll be right back again to pay some more. Come on. Come on. Because each time y'all let these folks out, they still turn around and do the same thing again. Same thing again. Hey, Belinda, how are you, boo? Thank you. Let me give some shout outs. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Audra in the building, baby. Shout out to, let me keep going. Jamie is in the building. Hey, Jamie. Royal is in the building. Royalty. April is in the building. Dawn is in the building. Genevieve Beck is in the building. Amber is in the building. And the list goes on. Oh, Carmen said, I'm here too. Hey, Carmen. Carmen is in the building too, baby. She's in the building. So let's go. I love you, Carmen. I miss Carmen, even though she be on almost every show. She really do. But I have another special type of relationship with Carmen. So I miss Carmen. I miss talking to Carmen on the phone. I just been so busy lately, y'all. I'm back working. Y'all, so when I tell y'all my big days are like boom, 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 boom. One thing after another. Even after this show, I got some more stuff I gotta do. So let's go ahead. The chicken fight was involved. It was just nasty. It was just nasty. Just nasty. So let's go ahead, y'all, and move on. Let's go into the update. Let's go into the update. After the update, we're gonna go into our commercial break, which is the introduction of the Peachy 2-week Peachy loved one. And we got a tribute video. Tribute video will be played every time I have a show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless we have a family. And then that family tribute video will be played. So, but let's get into this update, y'all, with the girls that were driving drunk. 3 of them lost their life, and one of them is fighting for their life, and she was not the driver. She was a passenger. And her mom has something that she had to say. So here we go.
Lake County, Florida Highway Patrol says this video is at the center of their investigation into a deadly crash over the weekend. Troopers claim 4 women were drinking while speeding. 3 of them died. Another is in the hospital tonight in critical condition. Fox 35's Randy Hildreth is live at the hospital in Orlando. And Randy, you spoke to the sole survivor's mother. What did she say?
Yeah, good evening to you, Luann. Spoke with her late this afternoon, and she described her daughter as a fighter, and she is certainly fighting for her life right now. As you mentioned, we have video that has been confirmed by FHP that they are using as part of this investigation. I want to warn viewers that some of this video may not be appropriate for younger viewers. As FHP says, one of the women that you will see in this video is one of the women who was killed.
Speeds appearing to top 100 miles per hour, and alcohol passed around the vehicle. Florida Highway Patrol says this video is now part of their investigation into this weekend's deadly crash in Lake County.
In that vehicle, if the video ends up being exactly what our investigators are able to prove, there was a lot of distraction in that car for the driver and for the other passengers.
State troopers say the crash happened early Sunday morning along State Road 19, just south of State Florian Lane. Investigators say the driver failed to negotiate a curve, ran off the road, hit a pole, and flipped several times. They say no one was wearing a seatbelt and everyone was thrown from the Jeep. 3 people were killed: Kenesha Lewis, Octavia Pugh, and Shakayla Mathis. A 4th passenger, Mariah Belcher, is in the hospital.
My child is here, but it's 3 kids that lost their lives behind this. And I want their family to go through their grieving and not have to worry about my baby.
Mariah's mom says her daughter is still in critical condition but stable. She has a traumatic brain injury, fractured vertebrae in her neck, and suffered a spleen injury.
My whole ride from Alabama, all I can say is my child should live and not die. And she's fighting.
Marcia Knight says her daughter and her friends may have been leaving a party when they allegedly made the post on social media and crashed. She says it's hard watching that video and knowing a night of fun with friends ended like this.
The accountability on my half goes towards my daughter. Because if you knew this person had been drinking, you knew you guys were drinking before, there, after, why? You know what I'm saying? You know better.
FHP says they're still waiting on toxicology reports in this investigation. They also have to compare data from the vehicle to how fast the vehicle was recorded in that video. Investigators are also reminding you to wear your seatbelt.
And in a GoFundMe created for Kenesha Lewis, she is described as a mom of 5, and she is remembered as a sweet and loving woman. There was another GoFundMe created for the victim, Octavia Pugh, by her family, and they say they are heartbroken by this. And the entire community is heartbroken. The mayor of Eustis posted on Facebook today that there will be a prayer vigil this weekend on Sunday at 5 o'clock at Carver Park to honor all of these women. Reporting tonight, Randy Hildreth.
All right, y'all. These are the young ladies. These are the young ladies that lost their life in that car accident, except for Kenesha Lewis. Kenesha's the one that's holding up the cell phone, taking the picture, look like. The driver was Shakayla. That's the first young lady. And then we have the rest of them. Rest in peace to these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black women. Beautiful ladies. And we continue to pray that Kenesha stays in stable conditions. You guys, you got to understand that when Kenesha literally come all the way through and really come all the way through and leave out that hospital strong as ever, she still got to live with for the rest of her life that she was in that car with her friends. And all of them gone. All of them gone. Because of the choices that they made. She's going to be the one that, she is the one that was left here to tell the story. There's not much to tell. We see the video. Just imagine, y'all, she has no idea that this is all over everywhere. All over social media. I ain't the only person covering this. So many people covering this. And that video, she gonna see that video. And every time she see that video, she gonna cry. Until she fulfilled one of her purposes, which is to go out amongst youth, even adults, and have a conversation and show them that video. This is what we were doing. And I'm the only one that made it. And my friends didn't. All right. I wonder, I just want to know, y'all. I just want to know. I just feel like it would be ironic. It would be very ironic if she was the one recording everything on live, being that she has this camera in her hand on this picture. You sound like I'm just, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I just be wanting to know things. That's all. Sometimes I be a little too nosy. All right, y'all. Let's get into our Peachy Loved One 2-week spotlight. It is Tamaria Stewart and Tamara Stewart Jr. TJ and Maria. They are from Michigan, Saginaw, Michigan to be exact. They were murdered due to gun violence. And if you want to know about their story, all you have to do is go onto YouTube or you go on Roku TV too. And over there on YouTube, you just type in Tamaria and TJ on Peachy Tea Time, and you will see her mom on the platform telling the story of both her children. Yes, both her children. So make sure y'all tune in and go watch that if y'all missed it. Tune in and go watch it if you missed it. All right, let's go ahead and play that tribute video, baby. Here we go.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? Happy birthday, dear I'll find my way. Happy birthday tonight and day. 'Cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Here in heaven. 'Cause I don't belong.
Hey y'all, it's your girl the Missus. The Missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Or you can just call me Miss Peachy. That's all good too. Look, welcome to Peachy Tea Time. And it's Monday where I'm solo dolo. Yes, solo dolo. Unless I have a special guest. But y'all make sure y'all tune in each and every Monday, okay? Each and every Monday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget to watch the other shows too. On Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and on Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much, but we got to head on back to this show, okay? Make sure y'all continue to watch this show. Bye. We out. Hey y'all, so we are back. Y'all, I need some donations. Y'all know I don't ask y'all for nothing. I really don't. Especially not on the show. Look, not on the show. I don't. Not on the show. But I'm having an extended stay day. I have extended the date. To April 27th. I just gotta put the new flyer back up. But I have extended it to April 27th. The party that I'm having, along with Heavy, shout out to Heavy, our Boots on the Ground party. We are asking for everybody that comes to please bring a self-care essential item. So that is lotion, toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, bar soap. You can just bring one bar soap if you want to. I ain't asking you to bring $50, $60 worth of stuff unless you want to. But I'm just asking you to bring one item. And we're going to have these big old boxes, and all you have to do is put the item inside the box. If you're not going to be able to come to the party, please, 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 scan the QR code right now. You can put your phone up to it. If you think I'm lying, try it. Think I'm lying, just try it and see. Just try it for me and see. And all you have to do is submit any type of donation. Any donation is needed, y'all. Just so I can go and get these self-care essentials. I do have a lot of people that will have lightly used clothes and shoes. So if you guys out there, you have more stuff that you want to bring, clothes and stuff, bring that to the party too. That's fine. If not, holler at me and I'll make a way to where I come get it or whatnot. Okay? But it's going to be April 27th. We are going to be at an extended stay. Extended stays are like a hotel, but you pay for the week, or you pay for 2 weeks, or you pay for a month, or however long you're going to be there. But you don't pay your rent, to a landlord. It's like a hotel. So people that's less fortunate, basically. Or some of these people just got put there because something is being done on their house or whatnot. So I want to be able to get Pampers for the babies. They said they have a lot of kids there. So I'm looking to get Pampers, socks, wipes, all type of self-care essentials. Sanitary napkins for the women, tampons for the women, just anything. So if I can get y'all help, it really, 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 I would really be appreciative. All right. Now, moving right along, because y'all know we got to get into these clips, baby. We got to get into these clips. So we got a few more left, just a few. Let's go into the mommy and daughter. The mommy and daughter in Compton that was sprayed down by the mama boyfriend. Sad situation, y'all. Here we go.
There is now a suspect wanted for the shooting deaths of a mother and daughter in Compton. The sheriff's department says he should be considered armed and dangerous. NBC4's Jonathan Gonzalez has the latest on the person deputies want to find.
The LA County Sheriff's Department is searching for this man, 41-year-old Dante Brown, who officials say is responsible for the killing of a mother and daughter in Compton Tuesday night. Investigators believe Brown is responsible for opening fire on 45-year-old Levon Hall and 22-year-old Malaysia Martin in a car-to-car shooting. The mother and daughter pronounced dead at the intersection of Central Avenue and Caldwell Street.
We're here together collectively as organizations dealing with the issues of violence to say no more, enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Community advocates and family members held a rally today calling for an end to gun violence in their city.
The senseless killings out here need to stop, you know.
A man who goes by the name B.A. says LaVon Hall was his brother's ex-wife. Investigators confirming Brown is LaVon's estranged boyfriend. A neighbor said Wednesday that LaVon had just been picked up from work by her daughter, Malaysia.
2 women has lost their lives over nothing. Over someone that was upset or mad about whatever they was mad about.
Compton Councilman Jonathan Bowers told NBC4 Wednesday the shooting is believed to be a case of domestic violence, though investigators are still trying to determine a motive. They believe Brown sped down Central Avenue right after the shooting.
The person that did this, you're going to get caught. You're not going to get away. You're going to get caught. And anybody that knows him and hiding him, I hope you get just as much trouble for hiding him. No, that's all I want to say.
Brown is believed to be armed and dangerous. Anyone with information is being asked to call the LA County Sheriff's Department. Jonathan.
Have some new details about the mother and daughter shot to death in Compton last night.
Investigators believe the shooter may have known the victims. Our McCullough Medina is live where it happened near Caldwell Street and Central with more. Matt?
Well, Colleen and Michael, we're right at the intersection where right now neighbors have set up a memorial with some flowers and candles for that mother and daughter who were found here in the street and also in a car nearby. The city councilor from the area believes this might have been a domestic dispute.
Just to come out here to see a mother and a daughter, that's really heartbreaking.
Neighbor Debbie Shaw says she consoled the victim's boyfriend Tuesday night after discovering his girlfriend and her mother were killed in a drive-by shooting just after 7 o'clock.
She just picked her mother up from work.
We walked up here, and then the lady said it was her son's girlfriend and her mother. She was going to get her from work, and when they was coming back.
My understanding that it was a domestic violence issue, and
Have some new details about the mother and daughter. Have some new details about the mother and daughter shot to death in Compton last night.
Investigators believe the shooter may have known the victims. Our McCullough Medina is live where it happened near Caldwell Street and Central with more. Matt?
Well, Colleen and Michael, we're right at the intersection where right now neighbors have set up a memorial with some flowers and candles for that mother and daughter who were found here in the street and also in a car nearby. The city councilor from the area believes this might have been a domestic dispute.
Just to come out here to see a mother and a daughter, that's really heartbreaking.
Neighbor Debbie Shaw says she consoled the victim's boyfriend Tuesday night after discovering his girlfriend and her mother were killed in a drive-by shooting just after 7 o'clock.
She just picked her mother up from work.
We walked up here, and then the lady said it was her son's girlfriend and her mother. She was going to get her from work, and when they was
all
coming
right,
back.
y'all.
my understanding
This
that it
is
was
the
a
mom
domestic
and
violence
daughter,
issue, and investigation is still ongoing.
City Councilor Jonathan Bowers would
I'm
not
not
tell us
sure,
what
like
police
I
think the
said,
shooter
they
might
have
be,
caught
but
them
confirmed the search is
just yet.
ongoing.
They could
Investigators
have,
believe the 2 women were in a car
but,
stopped at a
caught him.
traffic light
Caught him.
when someone
They
in
could
another
have,
vehicle pulled up and opened
but
fire.
as far as one, I don't think
The
they have
victims
caught
have
him
only been
since I
identified as
started
a
the show.
45-year-old mother and her
Before I started the
22-year-old
show,
daughter.
because
Their
I did
names have not
check
been
before I
released.
started the
It's
show.
devastation. The Compton is just heartbroken right now.
This is just a
Just
sad
everybody.
situation.
It's a mother and a daughter.
Hey,
They ask people, if you see
Yokita,
something,
Miss
say
Purple
something.
Lady.
If you have any information
Hey.
on this incident, please report that to the Sheriff's Department.
All I can say is turn
No, I
this
thought they
in. It's
said-
not
they
right.
said it was
to be out here
Kanisha.
just killing,
It was a
innocent people
surviving
like that.
person. Let's go back. Let's go back.
The deputies
I
say
wanna
they
make
are
sure I
taking the
said
lead
that
on the
right,
investigation, and even though they haven't released any information on the potential suspect, the city councilor
When we
believes they
find
might
out
have a
which
lead
one
on that
it is,
person.
that's the
and that
surviving
investigation
victim, surviving person, then I'll stop the video.
Lake County, Florida Highway Patrol says this video is at the center of their investigation into a deadly crash over the weekend. Troopers claim 4 women were drinking while speeding. 3 of them died. Another is in the hospital tonight in critical condition. Fox 35's Randy Hildreth is live at the hospital in Orlando. And Randy, you spoke to the sole survivor's mother. What did she say?
Yeah, good evening to you, Luann. Spoke with her late this afternoon, and she described her daughter as a fighter, and she is certainly fighting for her life right now. As you mentioned, we have video that has been confirmed by FHP that they are using as part of this investigation. I want to warn viewers that some of this video may not be appropriate for younger viewers. As FHP says, one of the women that you will see in this video is one of the women who was killed.
Speeds appearing to top 100 miles per hour, and alcohol passed around the vehicle. Florida Highway Patrol says this video is now part of their investigation into this weekend's deadly crash in Lake County.
In that vehicle, if the video ends up being exactly what our investigators are able to prove, there was a lot of distraction in that car for the driver and for the other passengers.
State troopers say the crash happened early Sunday morning along State Road 19, just south of State Florian Lane. Investigators say the driver failed to negotiate a curve, ran off the road, hit a pole, and flipped several times. They say no one was wearing a seatbelt and everyone was thrown from the Jeep. 3 people were killed: Kenesha Lewis, Octavia Pugh, and Shakayla Mathis. A 4th passenger, Mariah Belcher, is in the hospital.
My child is here, but it's 3 kids that lost their lives behind this.
Thank you, Amber, girl. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go ahead and take this down for a second, and we're gonna bring this back up. There we go. Okay, y'all. So Kenesha, the one with the cell phone, she is the one that is deceased. Look, and say it right there, Amber. It say it right there, deceased. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. I mean, I sat there and looked at every last one of them. But yeah, so Mariah picture says critical condition. So yes, Mariah is the one that is in the hospital. She's now in stable condition. We heard the mother say that. But when she went in, she was in critical condition. So yes, it is Mariah. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. Because I sure said that wrong. And was looking right at it and said it wrong. All right, y'all. So we're done with the mommy. We're going to get into our last story, y'all. This is our last story. When I tell y'all, I need y'all to share this video right now. I need you to please share it right now. Everybody need to see this video, what I'm about to play. Everybody. It was an update. Well, I'm not going to say an update. This young lady went up for parole after 15 years. She was sentenced to life in prison. And they said after 15 years, you will be eligible for parole. And nobody thought she would get parole. Some thought she would, some thought she wouldn't. But I want y'all to see what happened. So please, now is the time. Let me go ahead and hit my share button too, y'all. Because I'm telling y'all, don't nobody want to miss this one. Slide through. Slide through. And get this awareness. Y'all know that's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. So let's go ahead, y'all. I am about to play this video. Again, it's about to blow y'all mind. Pay attention to her, to the young lady. And also be listening at the same time to what they have to say. We have 2 videos. Here we go.
Investigation, police say they believe she was behind one of the most horrific crimes Huntington has ever seen, the prom night quadruple murders in May of 2005. Shirlethia Bunny Holmes, an admitted drug dealer, has never been charged in that case, but she was tried and convicted of ordering the 2004 murder of a woman named Wendy Morgan. Holmes was given a life sentence with the possibility of parole after 15 years. In her very first parole hearing just last month, the West Virginia Parole Board decided to release Holmes. Tonight, we are taking a look back as Bunny Holmes prepares to walk out of prison.
I have never in my whole life caused or put anyone in harm's way.
From the moment she was arrested and all throughout her trial, Shirlethia Bunny Holmes often tearfully maintained her innocence.
Right now, I'm sitting here fighting for my life.
Holmes was charged with being an accessory before the fact to first-degree murder in the death of Wendy Morgan, accused of paying two men to kill Morgan, who was then found shot to death in downtown Huntington in 2004. 4 years later at trial, 11 witnesses took the stand for Cabell County Prosecutor Chris Childs, including the already convicted triggermen in Morgan's murder, Rafael Harris and Cedile Gigi Harper, both punching huge holes in Bunny's not guilty plea.
Did she tell you many times that she wanted her?
Yeah.
Was Gigi always there when that happened, or sometimes yes, sometimes no, or what?
All the time.
Who did most of the talk?
Bunny.
And she told you she wanted her shot?
Yes.
It was enough to earn a conviction and a life sentence. The jury, however, recommended mercy, which meant Holmes would be eligible for parole after 15 years at the Lakin Correctional Facility in Mason County.
It didn't totally surprise me because, again, she was not the trigger man or trigger person. And also, the two actual shooters, neither of them got life without mercies.
A sentence that included a chance for parole did not sit well with Wendy's mother, Marcia Morgan. It was also troublesome for family members of the 4 young victims of the 2005 prom night murders in Huntington, another crime police have always believed Bunny Holmes ordered. No one's ever been charged in that quadruple homicide, a tough pill to swallow for so many officers and federal agents who spent countless hours investigating the case and getting to know family members.
This is a calling for most of us and a brotherhood, but we try to give back to our communities. So you get invested in those people's lives and trying to assist them, but it also affects yours.
Fast forward 15 years, March of 2025, Bunny Holmes' very first hearing before the West Virginia Parole Board. We obtained an audio transcript of the hearing.
All right, y'all. Is y'all ready to hear what happened? So they wasn't able to go into the courtroom, but they have the transcript, the recording, so you can hear her and everything that they're saying to her and with the questions that they're asking. But first, basically what happened was she ended up like this big time drug dealer, bad as hell, bad little girl. She was in her 20s. I think she was like 22 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And they think that she ordered a hit on the 4 people for the prom quadruple. They felt like she had something to do with that. Well, those charges, that's what they arrested her for. Those charges got dropped, but they picked up this woman charge. And she got charged for that. And she was supposed to have been the person that told the 2 guys, y'all are to go and take her out of here. She said she didn't. Just in case y'all didn't hear her say she didn't. Just in case you didn't.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Right. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
Gail said, Robert. Like she had to catch herself to make sure she don't say, Robert, if you don't sit your ass down. Sit you down now. That's what she wanted to say. But she was on TV, so she couldn't cuss. She couldn't say that. I remember they asked Gail, they said, Gail, was you scared? I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. One thing I don't do is make up stories for y'all. They interviewed Jeff Gale. Somebody interviewed her, and they were like, "Yeah, was you scared?" It was one of the white folks asked her that. Was you scared when Robert, aka R. Kelly, stood up, started yelling? She was like, "No." I said, "None of us would have been scared. He wasn't gonna do nothing to us. He don't want no part of us." He just mad. He just mad because he know he finna go down. And Bunny said, "I ain't do this. I didn't throw it." Baby, let me show y'all what Bunny did say she did do, though. Y'all ready for Bunny? Y'all ready? Here go Bunny. I'm surprised. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm surprised they let her out after hearing this. I ain't gonna even lie. I guess they was like, well, at least she tell the truth. Here we go.
Yes, ma'am. Would you please state your name for the board, please?
My name is Shalithia Holmes.
Holmes appeared before the board in Charleston on a video feed from prison, still insisting she did not order the hit and only saying she should have spoken up to prevent Wendy Morgan from being killed.
Was the idea to kill this victim your idea? Yes or no?
It was, so it wasn't my idea.
Did you encourage her death?
I probably did. I can't say. We were young and we were talking and we were joking around, so it was like it wasn't. I could say I have to say I was wrong for not speaking up.
Holmes' mother, also attending the hearing from Detroit, Michigan, spoke on her daughter's behalf. No one who opposed her parole was on the call. Holmes made an impassioned plea that she is a different person than the 22-year-old everyone labeled as a drug lord.
I came to prison without even having a GED. And then I got my bachelor's degree. I'm a certified mentor through Catlin Ministries. I work with the chaplain. I'm a chaplain's assistant here, and I'm a peer mentor. And I know if I was granted parole today, that I would definitely re-enter very successful. I have my family, I have my friends, I will have the churches, the pastors out there to help me.
After a 13-minute hearing, the board deliberated for just 3 minutes before returning to deliver the news that would bring tears of joy to Bunny Holmes.
Can you hear me, Miss Holmes? We are going to grant your parole today. Good luck to you, Miss Holmes. I hope you heard everything I told you. If you have any questions, Mr. Leonard should be able to answer those for you. We wish you well, Miss Holmes. Good luck, and hope we don't see you back here again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Well, Bunny going home, y'all. Bunny will actually, as long as Bunny ain't got into no trouble, from the time that judge said that she could go home, that she'll be getting released. If Bunny has not gotten into any trouble at all between now and April 9th, 2 more days. 2 more days. And this young lady will be coming home. 22, 32, 37. 37 years old. From 22 to 37. She'll be walking out as a free woman. And she did 15 years. I think she was being honest. I do. Because what she said, I definitely wouldn't have said. I would have came up with something else that sounded a little bit better. But she told the truth. And because she told the truth, and they believed her, and they saw, the good that she has been doing, they said, okay, we're going to go ahead and let her go home. So, shout out to Bunny. Hopefully Bunny did not. Look, I already know she wasn't the trigger person. She was not the trigger person. But hopefully she did not actually order it. She didn't actually say, y'all go and do this right now. She said, yeah, I took part in it. I didn't stop it. That's what she said she was wrong at. She didn't speak up and say, nah, y'all better not do it. So, I mean, I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all think Bunny deserved to come home? I'm like, I don't know. CB said, what? And they let her walk? What was they thinking? And she could have had something to do with the 14's death too. Shaking my head. Yeah, let's play this one back one more again. And I told y'all, I want y'all to listen to her. Listen to what she told them. I told y'all I wouldn't have told them this if it was me trying to get out of prison. I was surprised, like CB that life just said. Like CB that life just said. Oh my God, they let her out. Let's run this back.
Yes, ma'am. Would you please state your name for the board, please?
My name is Shalithia Holmes.
Holmes appeared before the board in Charleston on a video feed from prison, still insisting she did not order the hit and only saying she should have spoken up to prevent Wendy Morgan from being killed.
Was the idea to kill this victim your idea? Yes or no?
It wasn't my idea.
Did you encourage her death?
I probably did. I can't say. We were young and we were talking and we were joking around, so it was like it wasn't. I could say I have to say I was wrong for not speaking up.
Holmes' mother, also attending the hearing from Detroit, Michigan, spoke on her daughter's behalf. No one who opposed her parole was on the call. Holmes made an impassioned plea that she is a different person than the 22-year-old everyone labeled as a drug lord.
I came to prison without even having a GED. And then I got my bachelor's degree. I'm a certified mentor through Catlin Ministries. I work with the chaplain. I'm a chaplain's assistant here, and I'm a peer mentor. And I know if I was granted parole today, that I would definitely re-enter very successful. I have my family, I have my friends, I will have the churches, the pastors out there to help me.
After a 13-minute hearing, the board deliberated for just 3 minutes before returning to deliver the news that would bring tears of joy to Bunny Holmes.
Can you hear me, Miss Holmes?
I mean, this can go both ways. Amber said, yes, everyone deserves a second chance. Yes, she should be able to come home. Carmen said exactly. I don't know if she's saying exactly to Amber, because up here Carmen said not yet. And CB said before Carmen said not yet. What? And they let her walk? What was they thinking? And she could have had something to do with the 14's death too, shaking my head. Very first parole. Very first parole. And they granted her to go and take her ass home. All I have to say is, again, like Amber said, yes, everyone deserves a second chance. I don't know. I think it all depends on who she have in her circle. What positive people that she will have in her life. Her mom comes holding up the purse, trying to block her face. Okay, sorry. I forgot I was on camera right quick. But I don't know. Carmen said, I'm with Cece. I'm with Cece. I mean, when we look at the video, she looked like when she had turned back, I guess, look at her family. I think that was maybe year 4. I don't know. But yeah, that had to be year 4 because they weren't invited in the courtroom to record her. They had the transcripts. But she looked like she had this smirk on her face, like she was smiling a little bit. The guys like she did all the talking. Yeah, she said she wanted this done. But we wasn't there. We don't know. She could be telling the truth. I mean, me personally, that video that I just showed y'all, with her talking to the people, the appeals people, the people that's going to grant this, I'm surprised they said yes. She did a lot of stuttering. She really didn't know. But who am I? Who am I? Miss Peachy Baby. That's who I am. And am. But seriously though, all jokes aside, baby, if you had anything to do with this, and God, not them, and God granted you a second chance, baby, you better go full force with it. You better not do nothing wrong to get you put right back where you came from. Don't do it. Do nothing but positive things. Hang around positive people. Don't let them people that was in your life before come back in your life. Even if your mama is suspect, don't hang around her. I mean, it's just kind of strange. She holding the bag up, and my baby about to get released. Because, baby, I would have been in there claiming it. Make sure you give him a good side. Yes, my baby, come home. I would have been up in it, in the camera. Come say amen. Amen. Shout out to God. Shout out to God. We are about to get out of here. I really thank y'all so much for showing up tonight. This was a 2-part show. That's why it ended so late. We had the first part, which was with Kristen from Build a Brand. Kristen from Build a Brand, and also she has her own salon called Glam Fusion. Glam Fusion. She is not a stylist. Do not be going in there talking about, can Kristen do my hair? She's not a stylist. She's just on the salon. Okay, she's getting that bread, baby. She getting that bread. But I'm gonna play the car video one more time. I'm gonna play the slow motion one so y'all can see. Please continue to pray for her. She looked absolutely amazing on the show tonight. But as you all know, people, when stuff like that happened, the way she explained it, I'm sure she's still in a lot of pain. I'm sure she is still in a lot of pain. So if you missed it, please go back to the beginning of this show once it ends, and you will be able to see her part of the show when she talked about what happened when she was hit by a car that was doing donuts in the driveway, in the parking lot of her salon. And all she was trying to do was just get to her car. And what she was trying to tell people, ask them if they could move so she could get in her car and leave. So here we go. And again, y'all, I love y'all so much. We are about to be out of here. Thank you for showing up tonight, and I will see y'all on Wednesday. We do have another family on Wednesday, so please make sure y'all tune in. I will be setting the stream up tonight, I guess. I need to set it tonight. Yep, I'm going to set it tonight. All right, we out of here. Love you guys. Deuces.